Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, a popular COVID testing site in Lincoln is seeing extremely long lines. Plus, some travelers facing frustrations as they try to get home after the holidays. But first, law enforcement will be out in full force this weekend. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Rod has the night off. Every year around the holidays, police see an increase in drunk drivers. So several Nebraska agencies are gearing up to crack down for the big weekend. Channel 8's Alexis Skineski has more in our top story tonight as we cover Nebraska.
You'll likely see more officers on the roadways this week. That's because they want you to enjoy your New Year's Eve celebration, but in moderation.
Every year, obviously, drunk driving around the holidays is a huge issue. People have a lot to celebrate, and there are a lot more instances or occurrences to imbibe and drink.
While the holiday festivities are in full swing, behind the scenes, law enforcement agencies across Nebraska are preparing for a busy weekend. The Lincoln Police Department will be cracking down on drunk drivers. We
do try to staff additional officers on the street, predominantly around holidays, so Christmas, New Year's. Really, we're just trying to be a visible presence to hopefully deter, but definitely, make apprehensions if needed.
Lincoln police have seen their fair share of DUI investigations this year. In September, LPD pulled over 20 drunk drivers just in one weekend, and troopers with the Nebraska State Patrol have made more than 1,100 arrests this year for motorists driving under the influence, 37 of those just in the last 10 days. NSP says they'll have more troopers saturated in areas where they see higher DUI numbers until January 1st, looking for signs of intoxicated drivers.
As driving on the shoulder, we call them slow rollers, people that are driving well below the posted speed limit, people that are also speeding, not paying attention to the speed limit.
So far, NSP has made more DUI arrests this holiday compared to last year. And the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign hasn't even ended.
One bad decision could do really bad things for a lot of people. The bottom line is it's just not worth it.
No matter what badge you wear, this weekend every officer, trooper, and deputy have one common goal, and that's to keep the roadways safe.
If you're gonna drink, just play it safe. Call a taxi, call a ride, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call whatever service you need. Please don't drive, don't chance it. Even 1 or 2 beers can be enough to put some people over the legal limit to drive.
Reporting in Lincoln, Alexis Skineski, Channel 8 News.
If you've driven past Lincoln's Gateway Mall today, you probably noticed the parking lot full of cars, but it wasn't for holiday shopping. People were lined up there to get a COVID test at the Know Me drive-thru. The average number of daily tests has gone up to over 700 at the Lincoln location as of December 22nd. That's compared to an average of 200 just the week before. A doctor with Know Me Health said it has been a combination of people showing symptoms and those who were taking precautions before traveling or visiting with others over the holidays. We'll have much more for you on this story tonight at 6 o'clock. And it's not just here in Lincoln that the testing sites are stretching around the block. Throughout the country, wait times are lasting hours as people want to get tested following the holiday weekend.
We're going to be sure if we are negative so that we don't spread the virus if we have it.
We just got back from a plane and everybody was coughing, so we really want to see if we have COVID or not.
Right now, the U.S. is averaging close to 200,000 positive cases a day, with hospitalizations and deaths also on the rise.
Unfortunately, we have had more nurses to continue to leave, mostly due to the fact that they are, suffering, mental health issues, mainly just a total exhaustion.
Pediatric hospitalizations are up 80% nationally over the last 4 weeks. And coming in just this afternoon, new information from the CDC on quarantine times. U.S. health officials now say if you test positive for the virus or are in close contact with someone who does, you only have to quarantine for 5 days instead of 10. The CDC says data continues to show that people with the virus are most infectious in the 2 days before and 3 days after symptoms develop. Nationwide, COVID-19 deaths are well over 800,000 now, and experts say that's putting a huge strain on children's mental health. Channel 8's Andrew Ward has more on what local organizations are doing to help kids in need.
This morning, 140,000 children have lost parents or caregivers from COVID-19. That's according to the Kaiser Health Network.
Those children often are expressing a lot of trauma and grief, oftentimes saying that they never got a chance to say goodbye.
Kathy Johnson, a behavioral health coordinator at Family Service here in Lincoln, says they've seen a dramatic increase in suicide and anxiety in kids anywhere from 3 to 17 years old. Oftentimes, that's triggered just from the pandemic constantly looming around them.
So they often have a fear that they're going to die or they're going to lose another loved one. So it's a constant increase of anxiety.
Johnson says Family Service provides several options for children while they're at school, so the kids who even don't lose a parent or loved one from COVID can have easy access for mental health help.
A lot of families find it hard to take time off from work. Some parents will lose their job because they have to take so much time off because of their children's mental health needs.
And Johnson says she's hoping their services help ease some of that stress for caregivers. Reporting in Lincoln, Andrew Ward, Channel 8 News.
Time now to head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins is in for John tonight. Great to see you, Rusty. It's been a while, but you brought some chilly weather today.
Oh, you're going to blame me for that. That's fine.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Today was a little chilly. In fact, we were warmer just after midnight than we were this afternoon. Temperatures struggled to get into the lower 30s. And in fact, we're in the upper 20s and lower 30s right now. We'll zoom out, see if there's any warmer air out there. Not really. Most of us are right around that freezing mark, give or take a few degrees. So yeah, it's a chilly afternoon out there. At least the wind hasn't been an issue. Cloud cover, though, we're socked in from one side of the state to the other. Plenty of cloud cover, no precipitation, but a lot of clouds. And we may see some precipitation as we head past tomorrow. But for the day tomorrow, I think we'll start off cloudy and cool, but still above average. 28 degrees. We should be in the teens for lows. 38 degrees by noon tomorrow, and then 44 degrees. And that wind starts to pick up. I think by noon we'll see it shift out of the west at 10 to 20 miles per hour, and eventually we'll get it out of the northwest at 10 to 25 miles per hour, but 44 degrees. So I think we'll get back above average tomorrow, but then things are going to slide downhill. We're looking at temperatures that are going to cool off rather dramatically as we head into the new year, and a couple of chances for snow. We haven't seen much of that, so we'll talk about it in a few.
Cold and snow, Rusty? Well, it's still great to have you here. Thank you. Now we're going to go to the growing frustrations at U.S. airports. Thousands of flights delayed and cancellations stranding travelers returning home from the holiday weekend. ABC's Mona Kassar Abdi reports from New York.
From LAX, Atlanta to Newark, the holiday travel nightmare continues.
Flew to LAX, and then as soon as we got here, we found out our flight was canceled.
The post-Christmas chaos began over the weekend as the TSA screened millions of travelers returning home from the holiday. By Monday morning, nearly 1,000 flights were already canceled, increasing by the hour, and thousands more delayed. Adding to frustrations, cancellations have already been posted for tomorrow.
One of my best friends is stuck in Mexico right now, and her family just tested positive, and they got kicked out of their hotel room, and it's just a whole disaster.
United, Delta, American, and JetBlue citing COVID as one of the reasons for the disruptions, reporting staffing shortages due to Omicron cases among their crews. Now, some airlines are asking the CDC to shorten the quarantine period for vaccinated workers to 5 days, while offering bonus pay to crews willing to pick up extra shifts.
COVID delivered this disruption. It shows you how tight the buffer is in the airline business right now, where they're trying to fly as many flights as possible with just a handful of folks.
The situation also challenging for drivers on the roads out west. A powerful storm caused whiteout conditions in Washington and shut down a 70-mile stretch of Interstate 80 from Colfax, California to the Nevada state line. Mona Kassar Abdi, ABC News, New York.
And if you're flying locally, be sure to check your flight information. A flight from Lincoln to Denver was delayed. And at Epley Airport in Omaha, there was at one point today 14 delays and 7 cancellations. Still to come tonight, we take a look back at some of the most destructive weather events of the year. And Rusty will have your full forecast after the break.
At Super Saver, our deli serves up the crispiest, tastiest, juiciest fried chicken, hand battered with a mix of savory seasonings and cooked fresh every day. Dinner is served. Super Saver, we sell for less.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
Got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside.
You got me the head-up display.
Heated steering wheel. The massaging seat.
Okay, what next?
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV. Pay no interest for 72 months, plus current eligible Buick owners get $500 purchase allowance.
"2021 was a year of deadly weather extremes. The West battled unrelenting drought and dozens of wildfires, while the East faced too much rain that triggered unprecedented flooding. Chris Wynn has a closer look at those weather events that caused so much damage.
Weather in 2021 showed up in superlatives across the country. Hottest, coldest, wettest, driest, deadliest, and with hurricanes, one of the busiest. 21 named storms, including 7 hurricanes. Back-to-back storms, Henri and Ida, slammed the Northeast, shattering all-time rainfall records. In August, Henri weakened to a tropical storm, yet still drenched parts of the Northeast. That same week, a staggering amount of rain in Tennessee, unrelated to the hurricane, triggered flash flooding that killed at least 21 people. A 1-2 punch. Just days later, another hurricane came to do even more damage. Ida slammed into the Louisiana coast as a strong Category 4 with 150-mile-per-hour winds.
You could still just hear everything ripping and flying and banging, and people's roofs were coming off, and we prayed that we would all live.
Ida was just getting started, moving inland, dumping too much rain too fast. More than half a foot of rain fell in just hours, causing massive flooding. In New York, subway stations turned into waterfalls, streets into rivers. Highways turned into swamped parking lots.
Oh my God! That turned into the biggest single hour of rainfall in New York City history with almost no warning.
The flooding killed at least 60 people across a handful of states. Many drowned in basement apartments. Losses from Ida topping $70 billion. While the East had too much water, the West had too little. A summer of record-breaking triple-digit heat and severe drought fueled more than 100 large wildfires. Smoke so intense that winds pushed it as far away as New York. In California alone, wildfires scorched more than 2.5 million acres from January through November, straining firefighters.
Nothing like 25 years ago when I started. Almost every fire we have now, you're bringing in other units, the Forest Service, our local government counterparts.
All hands on deck as workers at Lake Tahoe's Heavenly Ski Resort resorted to using snowblowers to wet the area, hoping to fend off flames. California's Dixie fire, the state's second largest ever. Flames threatening the world's largest sequoias. Recent fires destroying as much as 19% of the iconic trees. Temperatures went to extremes. Much of the U.S. shivered through the coldest February in more than 3 decades.
It's all about survival right now until it starts getting warm.
The polar vortex brought historically cold weather to states unaccustomed to low temperatures. In Texas, dozens of people died because of the extreme cold, snow, and ice. Months later, the hottest summer on record, tied with the Dust Bowl in 1936.
Can you believe this?
And just days before the year ended, a rare and devastating December storm. An outbreak of more than 50 tornadoes tore a path of destruction across 8 states, killing dozens of people and leaving entire towns in ruins.
I think it's going to be the longest and deadliest tornado event in U.S. history.
The town of Mayfield, Kentucky, gone. A candle factory there completely leveled, killing 8 workers.
I watched some people die that didn't make it. My question is, why?
And in Edwardsville, Illinois, an Amazon warehouse collapsed, killing at least 6 workers. One twister stayed on the ground for more than 120 miles, was a mile wide, and packed wind speeds up to 190 miles per hour. The drastic U.S. weather patterns mirrored around the globe, prompting this from the United Nations Secretary General.
We face a stark choice. Either we stop it or it stops us. And it's time to say, enough. We are digging our own graves.
A harsh warning about increasingly harsh weather. I'm Chris Wynn reporting.
Now, your Storm Alert Team Forecast from Nebraska's trusted news source.
This is basically what it's looked like outside across all of Nebraska today. This is Beatrice, and it's a quiet, cool, cloudy, blah kind of day. Now temperatures, the high temperatures were in the 40s for Lincoln, Beatrice, Nebraska City, Falls City, and Hebron, but that happened shortly after midnight, so a little misleading. We'll look back on this a year from now and go, hey, not too bad of a day, but it was actually in the 30s, 20s and 30s for a good chunk of the day today. But just about everybody had those high temperatures in the 30s and 40s. We're slowly going to see those temperatures slip down after tomorrow. Right now, it's chilly out there, right around the freezing mark for East Campus, Yankee Hill at 31 degrees, 29 at the airport in Lincoln, and some 20s just trying to creep their way down, but most of us right around that 30-degree mark. 28 in Central City, Aurora at 34. One of the warmer spots looks like Kearney, Hastings, and Hebron, all at 36. The wind is not an issue today. That will change tomorrow. About this time tomorrow, we'll probably put a 2 in front of all of these numbers. So not bad out there right now. A south wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour. I think we'll see those winds tick up a little bit as we head through the next 24 hours. Satellite, again, a blanket of gray over us today in southeastern Nebraska, over the entire state of Nebraska. In fact, much of the upper Midwest and Central Plains saw a ton of cloud cover, but you notice no blips on the radar, nothing, which is kind of weird. When you see this much cloud cover, there's usually something somewhere. So we'll see if there's anything on Stormcast. And there is a little bit of light mixed precipitation generally on the other side of the river. I think in southwestern parts of Iowa and northwestern parts of Missouri, maybe a little light mixed precipitation. That could try to eke its way into our area. Not a great chance. It wouldn't amount to much, and it goes away quickly. Look at all of this. It goes all the way to the north, and from about New York all the way up into Minnesota. a swath of snow, and then on the other side of that, some showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms in there. But notice we're very, very quiet as we head through the day on Tuesday. So we'll start off late Tuesday night into early Wednesday quiet. I think the clouds start to increase. Now, a blip has started to show up on the models, and here it comes right there. A little bit of light snow will try to kick in the second half of the day on Wednesday. Again, most of this is to our east, but a few flurries going to be possible, maybe some minor accumulations. If you're heading maybe towards Des Moines, you might see a little bit of accumulating snow, so take it easy on the roadways. But overall, this isn't a big deal. Watch how fast this goes that way. Yeah, it zips on out of here. So very short-lived. By Thursday, very early Thursday morning, partly cloudy skies. And that's it. Then we wait for the next storm system, which will be coming our way Friday into Saturday. But tonight, well above average. We should be in the teens. We'll be in the middle and upper 20s, maybe even a few 30s out there. Highs tomorrow, 30s, 40s, maybe some 50s if we can hang on long enough. But look at all of those arrows swooping down. That's a northwest wind at anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour. So tonight in Lincoln, mostly cloudy, above average, 28 degrees, 44 for the high on Tuesday, partly cloudy and a little on the breezy side. 7-day forecast though, there's that flurry chance on Wednesday. Then a chance for snow comes in late Friday into New Year's Day. And look at those temperatures dive down. We go from 40 on Friday to teens for highs by Saturday and Sunday. Then we warm back up closer to normal for the first week of 2022. So way up, way down, all over the place. Chances for snow, which we have not seen a lot of this year so far.
Ooh, 40 to 14 will be rough.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Rusty. Here's a look at Wall Street today. A good day. The Dow gaining 352 points. NASDAQ is up 218. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Finally tonight, a new historic space launch will allow scientists to see deeper into space than ever before. Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
Over the holiday weekend, eyes were on the skies, not just for you-know-who, but also for a history-making launch as a rocket carrying the world's most powerful telescope blasted off from a European spaceport. The $10 billion James Webb Telescope is the long-awaited successor to the Hubble and is equipped with the largest folding mirror NASA has ever built, capable of extending to over 21 feet in length. NASA says the telescope's unique design will allow it to look deeper into the universe than ever before. The telescope will travel for about a month before settling into orbit roughly 1 million miles from Earth. After the launch, NASA and the European Space Agency tweeted, calling it the beginning of a new exciting decade and an awesome Christmas present to space science. Speaking of Christmas, a beach load of surfing Santas spent the holiday weekend hanging 10 off Florida's coast. Roughly 10,000 people attended the annual Surfin' Santas event to watch more than 400 participants, including NFL great Doug Flutie, hit the waves for a good cause. A nearly annual tradition since 2009, the event has raised more than $100,000 for local charities benefiting cancer patients and the Florida Surf Museum. Finally, it wasn't just apple-cheeked kiddos that made the nice list this year. Shelter pets in Utah got to pick out presents from a flatbed trailer called Santa's Sleigh, courtesy of the Best Friends Animal Society. The annual holiday event is fueled by donations from all over North America and has been going strong for 38 years. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Ending the newscast with cute puppies getting toys and being happy. What's better than that?
I can't think of a thing.
But we will take one more look at your 10-day.
Yeah, after seeing puppies, you kind of need that because this 10-day forecast has a lot of ups and downs and not a lot of happy to it, especially as we get past Saturday. We've got temperatures will be above average on Tuesday, 30s Wednesday, Thursday, a chance for a flurry on Wednesday, and then Friday night into Saturday, we might see some snowfall.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our
closed captioning on Channel